Hey YouTube, so this is my third time trying to record these string of videos. This is going to be my September wrap up. I'm going to try and keep it quick because my patience is with myself is like this thin. I've been having camera trouble. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. For reading Decathlon, I only finished one book, which was A Little Life. You can see my review on that. I did not like that book. I gave it 2 stars and I got rid of it as soon as I finished it. I put it in our little free library that's in our neighborhood into stuff that I did like. First buddy read I will discuss is This Is How You Lose Her by Juno Diaz. I read this with my friend Mike. I will leave his vlog channel down below. Gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think Junior is becoming one of my favorite characters. This book is mainly about him and his relationship with women. If you've read The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, you know that he was in that book also narrating that book. And I have come to fall in love with Junior as a character, and it was fun reading this with Mike. So we've got a male perspective and my womanly perspective when it came to Junior and his failed relationships. So I would suggest this reading if you're interested in reading more about Latinx culture. I also read it in the spirit of Hispanic Heritage Month, or if you're looking for something that talks more about like relationships from a male perspective, I would definitely pick this book up. All right, next book. Also in the spirit of Hispanic Heritage Month, I've read Burn Baby Burn, and I really love this book, you guys. It is a YA book. Meg Medina has a couple others, and I'll probably read her other YA book, and she has a couple other children's books. This followed a girl named Nora Lopez in the year 1977 in New York, while the son of Sam, a serial killer, is killing off women and their lovers. She is also feeling the pressure of graduating high school, not knowing exactly what to do next, and she is dealing with the terror that is her younger brother. So 5-star read. I think this is great for teenagers to read. I think it also has to deal with a little bit of not mental health but emotional health, and when stuff is too much for a teenager to take care of. If you are a parent of teenagers, I think you should read it too. I just think it's a good book. So yes, anybody who is interested and sounds, you know, like this would be an interesting book, definitely pick this up. My next book was not really a gift, but ended up being like a gift from my friend Lawrence. This is I'm Judging You by Lovey Ajayi. I gave this book 3 stars, not because the book wasn't good. I definitely enjoyed reading it. It's that it follows like a lot of the structure of her blog a lot. This is pretty much her opinions on culture, life, you know, and all the above. They followed like most of the our essays followed kind of like a type of list. So she would have maybe an article about the people you meet at dinner parties, and she will list them and explain what these type of people are and what they do and why she kind of wrote about them, right? I really liked her part of her book about culture, and if you just want to read some opinions, you know, and I think she writes in a really a tone that is very similar to how she actually talks and how she tweets, and of course it follows the tone that she uses in her blog. If you'd like to support a black woman blogger or just another black woman author, I would pick this up. A lot of people would be interested in this book when they just merely saw me reading the cover at work. So yes, this was a good read this month. My next buddy read, and something I read during the moment of Diversathon. Oh my gosh, there is a jelly bean in this. I'm sorry, there was jelly beans that fell out in my purse. Oops. I read this with my friend Crystal. She doesn't have a YouTube page or channel, I should say, but she has agreed to do a review with me, so hopefully we can get that up soon. 5-star read. I think this got lower ratings on Goodreads because people were expecting a story about or a retelling of Snow White, and while this has elements of Snow White, that's not exactly what it is. It's more of a commentary on colorism and the perception of beauty and race, in which I really liked it for. But I don't blame people for giving it a lower rating on Goodreads or just period, because the synopsis of this book, like most other books, is misleading, I think. And I understand that publishers want you to buy authors' books, and especially because this one was a good book. But I think the people writing the synopsis or summaries for these books need to be more truthful at the content without spoiling it. But great book, very interesting twist at the end, and why, even though I gave it 5 stars, I think it was a more 4.75 read, me being nitpicky, because that twist was also just a little bit problematic. And hopefully me and Crystal will get to discuss that in our review. Alright, so my next and the first buddy read I've ever done and actually did this month was And the Mountains Echoed. This also fell in the week of Diversathon. And I did not enjoy this. I read this with Matt at Mathis at Matt's Books and Bites and B at Books with B here on YouTube. We all had similar feelings on the book. However, I must apologize to those two because I was not great at discussing this book. You guys, I could not remember anything I was reading. It was not a memorable book, not a memorable story. And we know that Hosseini can write better than this. It was still beautifully written, but he can write a better story than this. This was very mediocre. Nothing like The Kite Runner or 1,000 Splendid Suns. Can he afford a mediocre book? Yes, but this is going to make me hesitate to run out and buy his next book. I don't know if he's writing the next book, but if he does put another one out, I'll have to go, I'm not sure. You know, I have to wait for the reviews on that one. Unlike this one, when I knew it was coming out, I immediately ordered it from Amazon. So I won't be doing that anymore with his works. And my final read for this month was a comic book, which is the first 5 issues of The Black Panther, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I gave this 3 stars as well, and I don't know if it's me or Coates, but I didn't enjoy this as much as I thought I would. Something seemed a little bit off about the voice with these characters, as if there was a bit of like disconnect. And I know it's Coates' first time writing a comic book, let alone any type of kind of like fictional story, or at least published fiction. You know, he's mostly known for his nonfiction works, which are great. Do not stop reading Coates based on my review for Black Panther. But I also think it might be because this is my first time trying to get familiar with Black Panther in the world of Wakanda. This is definitely not the first Black Panther comic ever. There is a long history of the Black Panther. So I think I might need to brush up on the history or what is already going on in that kind of comic universe, right? So yes, take my review on Black Panther with a grain of salt, because I might not be the best person to even give a short review on that book. So yeah, that is the end of my wrap up. This month was great. The Diversathon went well. From what I saw on Twitter, I didn't really participate in the conversation myself, but I was looking at some of what people were tweeting, what was retweeted, and it seemed like a really good conversation. I know there are some other ladies here on YouTube who are doing owned voices, kind of like a readathon in October, which is I think came out of the conversation from Diversathon. I got some Hispanic heritage reads done. I also got to go to the African American Museum, which opened September 24th. On that same day, I didn't go to the opening of the museum, but on that same day, there was also the National Book Festival here in DC, and I got to meet a subscriber. I would say her name in the video, but I didn't ask her permission. But hey, you know who you are. Thank you so much for coming to see me and us getting to chat. I know it was a bit crazy in there, but I really appreciate it. And thanks for everybody else's support so far here on YouTube. I'm up to over 100 subscribers, which is very nice. And hopefully I can do a giveaway soon. Let me get my funds in order and figure out where I'm going to ship these bad boys from, because I don't have a P.O. box. Like, I'm not a big enough YouTuber to have that. So yes, hopefully that'll be coming before the end of 2016. And I had a great birthday month, had a great reading month, and let me know what you've read in September, if you've read any of these books. I am looking forward to hearing what you have to say down in the comments below, and I will see you next time, YouTube. Bye.